How to implement strategy of a holding company or business group and achieve synergy in strategy execution. Hello, my name is Alexis Savkin. I'm CEO at BC Designer, the platform that helps companies to develop, implement, and execute their strategies. We also help companies to develop their performance measurement frameworks, their KPIs, to ensure the successful execution of their strategy. In this video, we'll focus on the strategy deployment or strategy implementation in a case of a group of companies or holding company. What are the nuances of the implementation in this case? What should we take into account? To illustrate the challenges of this implementation, we'll use this article that you can find on our website, and we'll also use this demo account of XYZ Eco Group, group of the companies that you can also access as a view user to see what we have inside, to analyze the challenges that we're going to talk during this video. So what are the nuances of implementing strategy in the case of a holding company? Actually, it's pretty similar to how we implement it in any company. We start with a high-level strategy. We cascade it into the scorecards, in this case, the scorecards of corporate-level strategy. And that's it. The corporate strategy is there. And for specific business units and subsidiaries, we basically repeat the steps. Yeah. We start with high-level objectives or strategic aspirations or probably mission, and we cascade it into the scorecards. Like on this diagram, you see the Unit 1 strategy is cascaded into the sub-scorecards. What happens next? If we stop here, the strategy will be disconnected. And our idea is to make it connected. Our idea to make sure that Unit 1 is contributing to overall strategy, that Unit 2 is contributing to overall strategy, etc. How do we achieve this? We need to find connection points. Sometimes we can connect these units by data, like some subsidiary is, for example, generating leads that other companies in the holding are using. It's not always easy. Yeah. Sometimes some subsidiary is creating product that others are using. In some cases, the connection is just contextual. What is important is that these subsidiaries are connected in some way to this high level, to the level of corporate strategy. Let's illustrate it with an example. Here we have our example company XYZ Tech Group, and here is a master plan. This master plan corresponds to corporate level strategy. So basically, that's a strategy of a parent company or holding strategy, if you want. And let's see what we have inside and how this strategy is connected to the strategies of subsidiaries. Yeah, we have here a subsidiary that is focused on developing technologies for green areas. Yeah, and we have another company that is dedicated to implementing these technologies. And inside this scorecard, I see that they actually are connected by data. For example, there is an overall goal called reduce costs of operation in our parent company's scorecard. And it is taking data from two subsidiaries, from Urban Green and Smart Technology. So it's taking data from these two. Yeah. In this case, we're lucky because we were able to connect strategies in this way. The thing is that the connection is not always by data. Sometimes we simply cannot establish this connection, but the contextual connection is always critical as well. For example, here in the internal perspective, we have a goal called effective expansion of green zone. Yeah, we are in our master plan scorecard. And one of the initiatives is partner with local governments. And on the context tab, I see that it is related to uh, some item in urban greening strategy, in a different strategy scorecard. And in this case, there is no data connection, there is connection by context. So that's the probably one of the most important ideas when you implement strategies for uh, business groups. Don't just create separate scorecards. Make sure they are connected. Yeah. In this case, a few words about how it's automated. If I just put something inside, if I create a new scorecard inside, these scorecards, they share the same perspectives, like finance, customer, internal, and they will be connected automatically. Yeah. But of course, let's give it a try. Let's create some empty scorecard, and you will understand what I'm talking about. So imagine that this scorecard is a scorecard for Unit 3, and the master plan was updated. I see that my new scorecard is now contributing to the, let's rename it to Unit 3. It's now contributing to my master plan. Such automatic connections are not necessarily the right one, but you can always manage them manually. So the connection is critical. What else is important? Why we actually have this master scorecard, master plan scorecard? Why do we have this parent company? Why do we have it? Uh, we have it because of for some reason, for some legal reasons, of course, for some reasons of easier management, but we also have it to share resources. We have to achieve the cost saving by uh, optimizing the use of resources. You know? And that's what we do by using shared functional scorecards. So, what functions will be created for the uh, holding scorecard, for the holding strategy? Typically, we'll see there the functions related to sustainability, functions related to innovations, functions related to corporate governance, like we have here on this diagram, cybersecurity, probably, talent management, most likely, compliance, risk management. Yeah, so there will be scorecards for these functions that will be shared with all the holding, with all the companies in the group. Uh, in this example, we have, for example, risk management here, and inside I have risk register for the company. I have, for example, vendor risk management scorecard. It makes sense if we deal with some vendors. We want to have a central point where we validate this vendor, where we make sure that it's safe to deal with these vendors, or disaster recovery scorecard. If we company wants to be prepared for extreme weather events, it makes sense to make it on a level of the group, not on the level of specific companies. And there are also some other functions or functional or supporting scorecards that can be shared with the uh, all the companies in the groups. Yeah, we have here innovations, we have here quality management, things that can be shared. So, what the nuance here? The nuance is that we actually have here we have to take into account the dual perspective. On the one hand, the risks might be defined globally, like we have them defined here with a global risk register. On the other hand, let's open some scorecard of some unit. For example, in this scorecard, I have a risk defined locally. You see this risk, I think it has a risk icon. I see there is a risk chart. The likelihood impact are defined, the mitigation plans are defined. So it sounds strange, but we actually have two ways to define risks. One is to have a central risk register, and another is to define risk in the context of specific goal, in the context of specific scorecard of specific business unit. And we will always deal with this kind of dual situation. And it's a good thing. It's a good thing because if we open this risk register, the risk defined there might not resonate with the specific low-level goals that we have here in this scorecard. So there is an option to define risks on the local level as well. Probably what's important is to link these risks to the global risk register to make sure that we have a possibility to see a big picture of, in this case, of the risks. And this is happening not just with the risks, but also with other functional scorecards. So again, we're getting back to the idea of connection, to the idea of alignment between the scorecards. We're not just defining these containers for our goals. We're also always trying to find the connection between them. And actually, according to my practice, what I saw when companies were implementing their strategies, I saw the cases when searching as stakeholders were also customized for the business units. And actually, it makes sense because when we define stakeholders for holding company, there will be certainly a good list of the stakeholders. But then when we move to the level of specific companies within the group, probably they want to make this list more specific to their own case. And in this way, why not give them an opportunity to define stakeholders locally, to do their own stakeholders analysis with the nuances of their company or their business? And sometimes we saw the same for the mission statement. It's funny to say, but yeah, the company defined their high level mission statement, but that is actually displayed like on the strategy map. But then when they start working on the scorecards of a business units, they say, okay, this one, it doesn't work here. We wanted to customize a little bit to make more sense for our company. For our company, I'm referring not to the whole company, but the company here, to the business unit. The platform allows us to do this. You can here decide what kind of mission statement you want to use for this very scorecard. Should it be from the account settings, or should be from the this specific scorecard, so you can customize it. And the last thing that I wanted to talk about is the important function of the strategist from the corporate strategy level. This function is about establishing standards for strategy, specifically for strategy description, strategy execution, and the whole strategy process. Yeah. So the idea is that strategy office, strategy team, whatever you call them, establish standards that are used in the business units below. What are these standards and how to implement them? Most likely you will have a document where you specify the terms that you are using for strategy description. In our tool, we have in the tutorials, we have this terms glossary where we define our own understanding of the terms. So if you want, you can consult it. What else? Imagine that you created a good strategy. You develop a good strategy here, a good approach to describe strategy. Like you customize these perspectives a little bit. You added some items. You added some template items. So you want to share this approach with your subsidiaries. Of course, you want to translate it from here to here. So how you do it? When you created such a template, you can save it as a template, and in this way, other users under your account, other subsidiaries, will be able to use it. And we stress this idea of reusability across all the tool. So, for example, if you have developed a good optimization function that you like, you can save it as a template and propagate across your company. Or if you have developed a good layout for the dashboard, probably a layout that you want to use it as standard, again, you can save it as a template and use it across other business units. So these are the nuances that I wanted to discuss in this video. Let's repeat it quickly. So having a strategy of high level and supporting it with a strategy of business units. The connection by data or by context is important, and having supporting of functional scorecards that will be shared across business units is important. In reality, the subsidiaries or business units will most likely come up with their own a little bit nuanced functional strategies, functional scorecards, like I demonstrated the use of the risk metrics, the use of additional uh, analysis related to the stakeholders. All this is possible. And finally, the function to implement the standards across your organization. It's also the function of the holding company. As always, if you have any questions, any comments, feel free to leave your thoughts, leave your insights to provoke some discussions in the comments on the video. We are always interested in learning what you think. Thank you.